Hello everyone, and welcome back to Banjo Tooie on the Nintendo 64. I am one more sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to properly delve into Glitter Gulch Mine and properly explore the stage to our heart's content. And I didn't actually really get properly into my full opinions on this level when I first visited it, but basically I absolutely adore the stage. I love the way it looks, I love the soundtrack, I love the design. This stage is definitely in my top stages of this game, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a fun time to explore. But right from the get-go, as soon as we enter the stage, what we're going to want to do is actually go into Wumba's Wigwam here and pick up the nearby Globo, because basically, to unlock 90% of the places we need to go into the stage, that's a random statistic, I just pulled it on my arse, by the way, but to explore all of the stage, basically all we need to do is we need to transform into the transformation of this level in order to open up the pathways. And what is this level's power, you might ask? Well, we get to be turned into a plunger, which basically, as you can probably guess, you run into a you basically go to a TNT barrel somewhere, and bada bing, bada boom, you can explode it to your heart's content, which is pretty damn dope, I'll tell you that much. And if you press the B button on its own, you will explode on your own free will, which I don't recommend because you will lose health if you explode outside of the set areas where the game expects you to, so you just need to be a bit careful of that, what can I tell you. Apart from that, all the plunger can really do is just jump, you know, so I advise avoiding the enemies, don't bother attacking anything, don't bother pushing the B button, just run to the areas that you need to go to in order to unlock everything, you know, folks, what can I tell ya? What can I tell ya? Indeed. But anyway, our first location that we're going to visit as the plunger is going to be the fuel depot here, because this is a little bit of red tape we need to uncut, if you will, to get to a Jiggy way later on in the third level of the game, because, well, this thing here is called the Saucer of Peril. It's a UFO. It's in a box, obviously, so you can't really see it. How are we going to get out of the box? Well, we need to explode the pathway and send it over to world number 3, which is Witchy World, and basically it's basically going to be a mini game for us to accomplish when we get there, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But that's a little bit further down the line. I don't want to spoil too much about how the Saucer of Peril works. In fact, it's quite a long length of time until we get to that point, now that if I recall correctly. But you do want to go in here right now, and you do want to destroy that pathway anyway, because otherwise you may be screwed out of the Jiggy in the future. And if you get confused where to go, this is probably where to go. You know, ladies and gentlemen. But one of the things about Glitter Gulch Mine that kind of irks me is the fact this is probably the first level of the game where the backtracking can be a bit more of a nuisance, because we can't get everything in this level for pretty much the majority of the game. And of course, like I said before, I don't mind the backtracking too much in this game because of how interconnected and how easy it is to actually do it in in this game. All the worlds are really easy, and basically the worlds are very interconnected, so it's easy enough to get from area to area. But you know, sometimes there's instances like this level where sometimes you'll be missing a Jiggy, you don't know what Jiggy you're missing, you don't know where to go, you don't know what you're meant to be doing. Honestly, I would like it if they had some sort of hint system, like, oh, you can't get this yet, go back at a later time. You know, I would have loved if the game had that sort of hint system in place, but it doesn't, alas, it does not. This keep out like shed here that I'm gonna blow up. You don't need to blow this one up, but I like to anyway, just in case, because well, obviously it's a game about exploring, and if you get lost, it can be an alternate way to go. What can I tell ya? Like, at least I think you don't need to blow it up. Anyway, I don't know, it's been so long since I always forget where that place goes exactly, but I do know that with this game, basically opening up as many pathways as possible is usually the best tactic, because obviously there's so many places to explore. Having more options around you to go from point A to point B to point C and so on and so forth, you know, it helps you in the backtracking, it helps you explore, it helps make the experience a lot more smoother, if you will. Unlike the frame rate, this is probably the first real, well actually, nah, the frame rate isn't that bad in this level, this isn't the worst. Trust me, the frame rate of this game will start shitting bricks when we get later down the line. Trust me on that, ladies and gentlemen. But You know, this is still one of the more compact levels, so it's less likely you're probably going to get lost exploring this one. In fact, I'd say this level's smaller in terms of size than even the first world of the game. But what it makes up for being in small is basically it is a little bit more maze-like, you know, due to the fact you're in caverns and stuff, so there's a lot less, there's a lot more repeating environments and there's a lot less landmarks you can really use to help find your way, so that may give some players a bit of issue the first time round, but I don't know, I don't mind this level too much. It does feel a lot smaller compared to the first one, but that could just be me, and maybe the exact same size, just because it's underground and you don't see the scope of the stage, it just feels like it's smaller, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not getting that Jinjo. I can't get the Jinjo right now, in fact I was going to, but when I destroy that cage that the Jinjo's in, basically it's a pain in the ass to get this detonator inside the doorways, because obviously no matter what I do, the detonator will always jump. If I move forward, he will jump. If I jump, he will jump. Well, that's honestly common sense, isn't it? If I push the jump button, he's going to jump! Who'd have thought it? But, no, basically, I don't want to get that Jinjo yet, just because it's a pain in the ass, and I usually get stuck in the doors for about 5 to 10 minutes, so I figured I might as well save that Jinjo until I change back to Banjo and Kazooie later down the line, and pick him up then, because, if I'm gonna make I want to make your experience as smooth as possible, as well as mine. I don't want to be stuck there, sitting on a door, like, get through the damn door, do I? But, I digress. But I do believe that's pretty much everything I can unlock as the detonator right now, so, yeah, back to Wumba's Wigwam, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, I usually explore the levels first, then transform, but in the case of this level, it's kind of backwards, where with this stage, I explore the stage as the transformation, because there's so many pathways that are locked out without transforming, you know, folks, so that's usually what my rule of thumb with this one is, but, yeah, it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat, what can I tell you? Although one thing that's kind of interesting about the stage is the fact that Wumba's Wigwam is actually got a warp pad inside of there, which means if you're playing as Mumbo Jumbo, you can't actually warp into her Wigwam. Because for some reason they don't like each other. I don't know what the reason is, maybe one of them is just jealous of the other, I have no idea. But basically, they don't like each other, so if you try to warp into Wumba's place as Mumbo, it won't let you. It'll be all like, yo, what's up, Diggy Dog? Get out of my hut, yo. Word to yo mama. Girl, I don't know. But anyway, what we just rescued by here is the most annoying creature in this game. I hate this character. I hate her. She can die in a fire. She doesn't deserve life. She is going to die. She's basically Canary Mary. I don't like Canary Mary. Why? Well, you know those mini games in Mario Party where you have to mash the button? Yeah? Yeah, but yeah, that's all I'll say for now. That's all I'll say. We will be racing her in this part, and don't worry, the first couple of races with Canary Mary are actually pretty smooth, they're pretty easy going. But, why do I hate Canary Mary then, you might be wondering? Why am I so against her, and why do I think she should have suffocated in this cage? Well, simply put, the final world. Oh my god. She is a nightmare in the final world of the game. I do not like playing against Canary Mary in the final world of the game. She is not a fun character. I do not like her. She can die in a fire. Or die in a gas pit. I don't care which. She can die somehow, and I'll be happier knowing she's dead. I don't like her. Hoi, hoity, hoity, hoi. But anyway, now that we have rescued the spawn of Satan itself, we can actually go and talk to her, and she'll challenge us to a nifty little race, which, like I said, like the Mario Party minigames where you mash the A button, that's exactly what this is. It's a Mario Party minigame where you mash the A button. All you need to do is beat her to the end. That's it. Just tap the A button as fast as you can and you win. If you have a turbo controller, great! You're gonna not have much trouble with this. If you don't have a turbo controller, like I don't, you won't have trouble with this first race, but your thumbs will get tired, because obviously you do need to tap these. You do need to tap it at a consistent rate, and I don't think it's so much about tapping it really quick. You just need to be very consistent in how quickly you tap the minecart to keep it going fast, you know, ladies and gentlemen. So, basically, just keep tapping away. This is easy. It's no way you should lose this. Just keep tapping as quick as you can. That's all I can say. Just keep tapping, 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 tapping. What do? You tap, tap, tap. That's all I can really say, though. There's nothing special going on. I do like the dynamic camera angles of this race, though. I don't know. When I was younger, this used to actually blow me away with those camera angles. I used to be quite shocked at, oh my god, how is the game doing this? Ah, never seen anything like it. I was still a wee lad, entering the 3D gaming landscape for the first time. I never played many 3D games before, you know, around the... Actually, to tell a lie, I did play a lot of 3D games, but very few of them actually did dynamic cameras like that, and it blew me away, basically, you know, folks. But now that we beat Canary Mary, we do get our reward, which thankfully is a Jiggy. Thankfully. But, that's not all. Oh my god, the frame rate's gone to shit by here. That's not all we have to do with her. We need to race her again! Oh, you're so happy. Don't worry though, the second race I will be speeding up and I will be putting the music track from the race we just finished in as well, so you can hear it properly. So yeah, I'm not gonna force you to do this again at full speed, am I? I'm not some sort of cruel person. I'm a happy guy. I have to, you know, I have to entertain you as much as possible by speeding things up. So just jump on the back on the minecart whenever you're ready, and then you'll reinitiate the new race. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. So what is our fantastic reward for repeating the exact same thing we just did again? Well, our fantastic reward is going to be a piece of paper that's been lodged in... Ew, no, I don't want to know. I honestly don't want to know. Ew, gross. Ew. Kazooie, you're touching that. I'm not picking that up. But basically, yeah, we get a Cheeto page for... well, for destroying her in a race, basically. Oh my god, she's... Why was that speed a second ago? Okay, she must have been going easy on us. But now that we've gotten the Cheeto page, we can just move on up here. And that is it for this part, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And I'll catch you all next time as we enter the next first-person shooter sequence of the game. That's right, you heard me correctly. So yeah, don't be sheepish. I'll see you after. Bye!